CFR Network, CFR Sports. What an excellent start to the weekend. I was in between appointments, catching little bits and pieces on the old YouTube because I was really looking forward to this first strike. And there was quite a few upsets, I would say. Yeah. Main event, featherweight kickboxing inaugural world championship. Petrosyan versus Superbon. Very kick heavy game versus a very boxing heavy game. And if you haven't watched it, don't listen to this. Press pause, open up your BoobTube or your YouTube even, and watch the event first because I don't want to give any spoilers away. It was it's excelled and no, not even excelled. Yeah, it excelled, and it also exceeded expectations. Pure kickboxing event. So it was a strike fest in the month of October. Main event. Giorgio Petrosyan lost in the second round with one of the most devastating KOs I've seen in some time. And trustfully, he's well. I think I've heard news to say that he must have potentially had surgery now. He had a broken jaw. Yeah, so trustfully, Giorgio is well. He's healing up, and he'll be back stronger and better. But Superbon had an excellent performance. It was almost like Giorgio couldn't get started, kind of thing, of sorts. Yeah, man. Second round, KO, not even a TKO. Superbon now at the featherweight kickboxing one world champion. Congratulations. Stunning performance. Who got next? Who has next? I guess you won't call this the co-main event, and another featherweight kickboxing extravaganza. Marat handed Andy Souwer a TKO victory in rounds 2. The Armenian gentleman looking sharp as ever. And he came out, I think the power differential was what it was, and the pace. But he was in the pocket, and he's always in entertaining fights. It was an emotional sort of interview at the end with Andy. Now he is retired, but he's well. Obviously I think he'd have to go to hospital for a checkup and stuff, but he wasn't totally rendered unconscious and stuff. TKO victory. He was competitive, but Marat just overpowered him, as I said, overpowered him. Too much power. Young gun, and he's a old school pioneer and legend. And if her hand was also provided some excellent performances, some excellent battles. So much success. Wasn't the way you wanted, obviously, to go out and stuff. You wanted to add that prestigious one championship strap to the collection and stuff. But yeah, wish Andy Souwer all the success in his future endeavors. Yeah. Sitthichai. This is the only one, I think, that went to decision. And it was entertaining back and forth. Tayfun from Turkey was making his debut, I believe, and he did his thing. Didn't get the victory. I thought it was one apiece going into the third round. And I think Sitthichai did just enough. Well, I wouldn't even say just enough because it was well. This is how tough it is because when you get to this high level, um, it's very competitive. But I think he did just enough, as I say, to snatch the victory. But Tayfun, very accurate. With those jabs straight down the middle. Interested to see his next fight, and I think, if memory serves me correct, I think he was coming in. Was he coming in undefeated or something? Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But very talented guy. Uh, very much looking forward to his next battle. Trustfully before the end of this Gregorian year of 2021. Samy Sana, AK-47. Chingiz. First round knockout. Yeah, I didn't expect that. That was an upset. That was an upset, and obviously the Giorgio Petrosyan was an upset also. I knew Chingiz was good, and I thought it would have definitely would have went a bit longer than the first round. Samy, he waved that off. He pretty much just before the end combination sequence, as he was walking back to the cage, he kind of almost like waved it off and gave, I don't know if it was a verbal. But yeah, man, he didn't want no more. He was lighting him up in some. What was it? Was it the head kick that started it all? It was the head kick. The head kick sealed Samy's fate. He didn't even really get started, did young Samy? But trustfully, he's okay, and he will be back stronger and better. Here was a good one. This was a good back and forth for as long as it happened, because Enriko was lighting Davit up for the whole of that first round. The combinations, the angles, both of them were going, but the output, I would say, was 60-40 in the favor of Enriko. Davit had a very high guard. He was covering up for the majority of them. But yeah, man, he caught him in the middle of a combination and just took him out, totally out. The German guy, man, he was putting in some work, went out on his shields. This is what happens when you have high level fighters. Um, you know, 3 minutes, not much time to work. You got to get it in. And unfortunately, he'll be back. He'll be back. But yeah, man, Davit looking real good. And then the opening was the heavyweights. Rade, I think he was, if that's the right pronunciation. See, luckily on this one, I'm trustfully all of the pronunciations have been good. I'm sure he was the Serbian guy. This was his debut within one, and he looked very good. He looked very good. Patrick is tough. He's very tough. He took a lot of punishments. And I think it was the knee in the second round that just caught him. He'd previously already been knocked down twice, was it? Was he knocked down twice? Yeah, man. We got a newcomer, and maybe this Rade guy. That was it from Serbia. I think he was undefeated currently. He's pretty new and he's a youngster as well. Height, very tall as well. Heavyweights got some problems, man. They definitely do. Yeah, very much an entertaining card. Don't you think? I was thinking this on the whilst watching it on the replay. Chingiz looks like Davit a little bit, but he more looks like a younger version of the retired UFC special force guy. Oh God, his name's eluding me at the moment. What on earth is his name? And he trains special forces. Tim Kennedy. He looks like he could be his little brother or something. The resemblance is uncanny. This guy right here. But yeah, check it out. I'm gonna definitely watch the whole event again. I know there's a Bellator and a UFC happening very shortly, I would say. Not any major. I think the Bellator card maybe I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But do go over, check out the one, like, comment, subscribe, and most definitely share.